Stop pretending you're meant to fit in. You feel that spark inside? That's not confusion. That's not rebellion. That's who you really are, trying to break free. You weren't built for silence. You weren't designed to stay in line. You were made to disrupt, to create, to break things open. They told you to behave, to follow the script, to live a quiet life. But deep down you knew that life was never going to be enough. You're not lost, you're awake. And this world, it's scared of people like you because you can't be controlled. You don't need permission. And you refuse to live a life that doesn't set your soul on fire. That's not noise, that's not rebellion. That's truth, the truth they tried to beat out of you. The truth they buried under discipline, under doubt, under endless lectures to be realistic. But here's the thing. You weren't born to follow rules. You were born to live free, to chase dreams that scare people, to defy limits, not because it's easy, but because you know you were made for something. The rules, they're made to contain you, to shrink your ambition, to make you fit inside boxes that other people are too afraid to break. But deep down you already know you never fit. You never belonged in line. You never felt alive obeying someone else's plan. That's not failure. That's freedom calling. Because the people who change the world, the people who write their own legend, they're not the ones who followed every rule. They're the ones who refuse to be tamed. You weren't born to sit quietly and wait your turn. You weren't born to be told what your limits are. You were born to stand up, speak loud, walk tall, and chase a dream so big it terrifies you. That's the Luffy mindset. He doesn't ask if it's allowed. He doesn't wonder if people will approve. He doesn't hesitate to go left when the world says, go right. Why? Because deep down he knows what you need to know. Your dream is your compass, not their rules. And listen, your dream won't come with instructions. It won't follow the system. It won't come wrapped in a diploma or a 10-step plan. It's messy, it's wild, it's unpredictable. But it's yours. And that's what makes it real. They'll say you're reckless. They'll say you're naive. They'll say you don't understand how the world works. But here's the secret. Most people don't understand how they work. They never explored their full power. They never tested their edge. They never found out what would happen if they really tried. But you're different. You don't want a normal life. You don't want a scripted life. You want something real, something raw, something that makes you wake up on fire. That's what it means to live without rules, not recklessly, authentically, not carelessly, fearlessly, not for approval, but for freedom. And yes, it's hard. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be laughed at. You'll be told to calm down, slow down, grow up. But here's what they'll never tell you. The ones who make history are the ones who don't ask for permission to live it. So no, you don't need to follow the rules. You need to follow the fire. Follow the thing that won't let you sleep, or follow the vision that doesn't make sense to them, but makes you feel alive. You weren't made to follow, yeesh. You were made to lead, to carve a new path, to build a world where freedom isn't just an idea, it's your reality. And if they don't like it, if they say you're too much, too intense, too different, good. That means you're doing something right. Because nobody doing anything great was ever seen as normal. You want purpose. Stop asking for permission. You want impact? Stop waiting for the green light. You want to feel alive? And start acting like it. Start speaking your truth, even if your voice shakes. Start walking your path, even if you walk it alone. Start chasing your dream even if no one claps yet. Because here's the truth. This life isn't about fitting in, it's about breaking out. And you were born for that breakout moment. So burn the script. Forget the rules. Don't ask, what am I allowed to do? Ask, what am I meant to do? Because deep down you already know. That wild vision in your mind, that impossible goal in your gut, that relentless dream in your soul. It's yours for a reason. You weren't born to follow rules. You were born to shatter them. You were born to break the ceiling, to build the ship, to fly the flag, to live your truth so loud the whole world has to hear it, even if they don't understand it. Because once you stop asking for permission, once you stop waiting to be chosen, once you stand up and say, this is who I am, this is what I want, and I'll fight for it until I can't breathe, and even then I'll still swing. That's when the game changes. That's when you change. So, if you feel lost, good. You're not lost, you're free. You feel different. Perfect. That means you're not programmed. If you feel like there's something more, there is. And it's waiting on the other side of fear. On the other side of normal. On the other side of the rules they tried to hand you like a cage. You weren't born for the cage. You were born for the sea. So raise your flag. Chase your dream. Laugh loud, live free. And never forget you weren't born to follow rules. You were born to make your own. So go ahead, scare them. Let them call you reckless. Let them whisper behind your back. Let them try to shrink you with their labels and their logic. Because they don't get it. They don't get what it's like to have a storm inside you. To look at the horizon and know that's where you belong. Not behind a desk, not under a ceiling, not stuck in a life someone else designed. You were never meant to live small. You were meant to take space, to cause waves, to show the world what happens when someone refused to be tamed. And yeah, the path is wild, yeah, it's lonely sometimes, but it's real, and that's more than most people ever get. So if the world doesn't understand you, good. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be undeniable. You're here to build something they said was impossible. To chase the dream they gave up on, to live a life they were too scared to even imagine. You're not a copy. You're not a clone. You're not a product of their system. You're the glitch. You're the spark. You're the break in the pattern they didn't see coming. So don't dim down. Don't tone it down. Don't apologize for the fire in your chest. Use it. Use it to build. Use it to fight. Use it to become the version of yourself they told you was unrealistic. Because unrealistic is where the magic lives. The people they called crazy, they made history. The ones they tried to silence, they became legends. And the ones who walked away from the rules, they wrote new ones. So take the wheel, build your crew, set your course, and if the waves get rough, let them. You were born for storms, you were built for adventure. You were made for moments that test your soul and prove your spirit. And when they ask, who do you think you are? You look them in the eye and say,